typically people who identify as introverts really appreciate more one-on-one or smaller group kinds of interactions. And so what that means is that if we can almost kind of, in our mind, think of our presentations or, classes or trainings or discussions as just discussions and conversations, even though we might be in a large group, if we can help to almost like bring it down to a conversation level, I think that's something that can really help with some of those anxieties. For me personally, I know that I seem really extroverted, right? Like, wow, Christian, he's so extroverted. But the truth is that I don't identify as either an extrovert or an introvert. I fall along the spectrum, and most of us do. And so what that means is that for me, I, yes, indeed do and can take energy from interacting with others. And at the same time, I also really like my alone time. So I also really like to be left alone. And I need that alone time to recharge myself. And so I fall along a spectrum. Probably you do too. And so, for me, I think it's very context dependent where I am and how I might interact with people. And so I might be extroverted in one space, but then I might be introverted and closed off in another space. And so I think just recognizing that we have those tendencies within all of us and just honoring them is absolutely part of the piece of that. There's so much more to say about that idea of introversion versus extroversion and putting ourselves out there. But I'll say one more thing, and that is that it's a process. It is a process. It's something that the more we do it, the more comfortable we feel with it. The more we do it, the better we get at it. And so that means that the more you put yourself out there, even in the smallest of ways, the more comfortable you get with it and the more empowered you feel. And so know that as you put yourself out there little by little, it does get easier. It gets easier. And I can tell you that from personal experience, it gets easier. So just a little bit at a time and keep doing it. And bit by bit, you will get more and more comfortable with putting yourself out there.